I need to thank Henry and the Future team for inviting Dragages and me this morning for this presentation. Like Rob introduced, I'm Etienne Fayette. I'm the head of digital innovation and transformation for Dragages Hong Kong. And this presentation is going to be about how do we manage risks on complex tunneling projects using construction method simulation. So for me to tell you about this, I need to give a bit of introduction for those of you who are not from Hong Kong and familiar with this environment. So welcome to you all. What is Dragages Hong Kong and what we do? That's going to be quite short. And then I'll get into the topic of how future construction methods that can help us in this risk management at tendering stage, at project stage, in the review of our progress, and also how do we use it internally within our own team. And then from there, because that's quite a journey we've been through, I would like to share some insights with you on some key success factors that we have discovered over the years. So as a way of introduction, Dragages Hong Kong, you take it from the name, it's a French company originally. We've been in Hong Kong for more than 65 years. We operate mainly in the public sector as a general contractor, design build contractor, and we work in areas mostly tunneling works, bridges, and complex building. We're part of an international group of companies called WIG, who support us on our most complex project. And I need to take example of 3 of those complex projects that we currently have ongoing in the city, complex tunneling jobs, which are the ones from which I'm going to draw some examples today. One on the left is the Tung Chung extension under the Etienne Corporation. That's a subsea tunnel boring machine project. Trunk Road T2 in the middle is also undersea tunnel boring machine project, but more for road operations. And then we have the Central Coaling Route on the right, which is a drill and blast tunnel under Kowloon, under live and turbines for highway railway operations. So that's a broad range of projects, all very challenging in their own way, where we have used CMS. So when I will tell you about managing risks, for us it mainly revolves around aligning the stakeholders around the vision of the project. Risks are usually owned by people. Risk lies with the people and miscommunication, and how do we make sure that we as a team, with external stakeholders, internal stakeholders, can align and deliver the project as it is expected. And in that perspective, the tender stage is critical, because that's the first time that we can sit as contractor, that we can communicate with the client, with the project manager, and let them know how we want to handle things, how we propose to handle things. Which operation will be critical to the success of the project. Not everything is critical, some of them are particularly important. We also can take opportunity to show the context of the operation, the time, the place, any pre-required progress, our provisions for safety, plant and equipment, a lot of the risks associated with plant and equipment, and any outstanding technical consideration. And for us, Dragages, this is particularly vital, because as an international contractor, we need to add some value to the projects where we are involved. Adding some value means we need to propose some challenging or ambitious methods of construction, which usually come with some additional risks. And our job is to de-risk this by aligning everybody on the vision, making sure we communicate very clearly on what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, so that everybody's involved in the same idea. The way this looks, that's an extract from one of our tender stage submission. I know there's a lot happening on screen, maybe you cannot catch everything, but this is a way for us to highlight all the many complex places where we know we're going to put some focus for the risks. This involves excavation, this involves tunneling works, this involves working on the station. And those small vignettes, each one of them, of course our client can spend more time to stop the video, see what's happening, and then get back on. It shows what plant we're using, where our people are going to be, what's the safety provision. And even by the list of it, it shows some highlights on where we know some critical aspects of the projects are going to be located. We carry on at the project stage, and this helps us manage the risk with external stakeholders. So on the screen now, you have a view of a video that we provide along with our method statement. Method statement is one of our key processes where our technical team, our production team, prepare a set of documents to explain how we're going to do the works. And this can be quite thick and technical document. Such animation provides a very useful introduction where anybody can see how we handle the traffic around the construction of this noise enclosure in that case. what's the staging of the operation, from the building of the gantry crane to the building of the enclosure. How close is the neighboring buildings around it? So there's a lot of environments that we can show and display. This remains true when there is no external stakeholder. So what you see on screen now are some of the most technical operations we have on the projects in the tunnel, where heavy machinery, custom-made machinery is being used. So we cannot expect that people working with us in the company and on the project outside of a company know how it is, because it's going to be the first time, because it's a custom-made machine. So safety, productivity is vastly improved by this nature of communication. Maybe if you hit me up later, I would say the whole day. You can ask me more about those operations. And that's maybe the more technical aspect of those visualizations. But something that really adds some value in the way, for example, where we report progress, and that's also something we do with Fuser, for example, is those visualization of progress report. And it doesn't seem like much, but when you report progress on an S-curve, you don't bring context. And missing context is one of the reasons why you may be not addressing or not minimizing your risks. On this view, you have everything. On this view, it's appealing because you can see the cars are moving, then you understand what's the interface between the access shaft to our tunnel and the traffic around it. You see the car park and the foundation, you see the interface between the foundations and our tunneling excavation. You see our progress on the left-hand side and the interface with the MPR line. So everything is there. It's not just an S-curve, it's a way for everybody to apprehend the risks on the project. And of course, we can deliver something that's more sophisticated in the way of 4D tracking of the progress, and associating beam models and program to have side-by-side comparison of planned program, effective program, and then manage our time risk with this. And then, even though in the past our main focus has been on using construction method statement, VDC, for communicating externally to our clients and project manager, we've seen increasingly that this is also used internally for our technical team to do some tests in the sequencing of work, in the logistics, in the space proofing. So actually on screen here you see the installation and launching of a pilot TVM on a tunneling project. And this also works between the technical team and production and safety to highlight to them the key moments of this sequence of work and where we need to pay particular attention. So from there, it's been a journey for a few years, maybe 5 years since we really started this, and there are just two takeaways I want to share with you. One is, how did we change the skill distribution in our organization? When we started, this was very much a thing that started from our head office, working in the tender team, concentrating skills at head office and support the project from head office. And increasingly, we've distributed that network to the sites themselves. Each of our sites has at least one person who has the skill to work with Fuser. Why? Because that's where the need is. The need is for the technical team to use the software. The need is for the interaction with the client and other stakeholders. So we have to push it out to the project side because they know how to use it and they can use it more effectively. The second shift has been from the BIM team to the technical team, because the starting point was, BDC is 3, 3 is BIM, so of course it's these guys. But again, the value comes from the professionals using the software, and that could be our technical team, and we are at that stage now. Now, some key ingredients for success that we've seen in the past is clearly one of them is the user-friendliness, and Fuser is good for that really. That we can put it in the hands of non-BIM and not digital people, and they will know their way around. Literally, technical people can use it, our methods team, our design team can use it, and it brings benefits in a short period of time, so that we can test some ideas before having to go into the details. The second key ingredient is the client. Having a demanding and supporting client is key for us to justify the investment in time to get onto those software and try them and use them. So that's really how to drive progress and change in an industry like construction. I want to list down also the beautiful output. Clearly having something beautiful is enticing, people like it, and if they like it, they want some more. If it's not beautiful, it's not gonna work. And the last one I want to share is to cherish the mad scientist. What does that mean? What I call mad scientists are people who go beyond and try things and play around and innovate, and they're not scared of trying and failing. And we're lucky to have a few of them in our organization, and on the journey they have been instrumental to bring some new practices and change the way we work by proposing new things. So if you have some, I would say cherish them. So yeah, that's all in all how do we use Fusor to manage the risks on our tunneling project. Of course, this extends to other areas of our work. Like I said, I will be here the whole day. I'm happy to extend that discussion with any of you. Thank you very much.